We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy, Tommy G, also known as Tommy Toes, live on the Stay Cashin Show Friday edition. Coming off Baker Mayfield night, we will discuss that. We'll talk about the World Cup going on right now. I got a couple bets that we can give you that you can hit live 12 minutes into the game. Nothing Argentina. Talk a little soccer in a minute. Got UFC coming on later in the show. We're going to go over the NFL slate, NBA slate. I got a few NHL bets for you guys. College basketball. Howie Dewey's coming. Constantino's coming. Bill Rupp. We got a lot fucking going on here. And we have two very distinct teams on this show. Evan, if you can go back to a quad box for us, we have Team Red versus Team Brown. Me and Rackets dressed like twins today, and Bill and Evan are dressed like twins. So cocaine and Legos versus the two retards. I vote us.
The nice maroon 4D hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, dude, this is how you should dress, and this is how you shouldn't dress. The other two guys. What are you guys wearing? You guys both decided to wear rusty brown today?
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there a thing? Is there a rivalry going on here?
No. It's just like, fall colors. I saw it in my closet. I was like,
I don't hate it. I can get behind it. All right. So, Bill Rupp, how are you doing today? You look like you got your nose deep in something.
Yeah, I was reading some funny tweets.
I know what you were reading. Joey Rackets, how you doing?
I am on the move, Tommy G. I just got a notification from Hoffman saying, look at me on the move. That's right. We're on the move.
You were on the move. Joey Rackets on the move. Live and on the move. Coming live and direct on the move. Evan Hand, how are you?
Doing well. Excited for the show today.
All right, let's go. So let's get this out early. We hit it for last game. Tommy Toes came flying in with the help of Kababble. Kababble was talking about yesterday. Was he on the show yesterday?
No.
So it was in a Discord. He was talking yesterday how he thought Croatia could take Brazil to penalty kicks to extra time beyond the 90 minutes. So I went out and threw out Brazil to win in penalty kicks, Croatia to win in penalty kicks. So we had the plus 950 on Croatia. We're doing the same thing for this game. We have plus 1,000 for Argentina penalty kicks and plus 1,000 for Netherlands to win in penalty kicks. Those are obviously just free money, house money. We liked it on the first one. This one's just, let's let it run it back. We got money to burn right now over at 4 Deep this morning. And then I have two small plays. I know Kababble likes Argentina in this game. I think all the fucking old guard's about to get wiped out. I think Messi's going down. Ronaldo may go down. He thinks we're setting up for a Messi-Ronaldo fucking showcase here in the fixed FIFA World Cup, which I also believe. But I think there is value on two guys from Netherlands. Again, these are small plays that you're going to put in here. I think Netherlands scores in this game, and I think it's Gakpo or Memphis. So Memphis Depay or Cody Gakpo. We got him at plus 500 and plus 300 or something like that. So I don't know what you guys could still get him at, but if you wanted to take a little taparoo, you could tap that. Bill Rupp, what did you think of Baker Mayfield yesterday?
I mean, we pretty much said that the game was how it was going to go.
Factioned up.
It was either going to be a blowout or, they were probably going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a chance to blow it out. Right at the end of that first half, he throws that pick where he just throws it up in the air. Carr just lobs it. I don't know what he was doing.
He's like,
listen,
and he's throwing fucking seeds the whole drive. Seed. And all of a sudden he gets to the 3-yard line.
Well, it cashed my under parlay.
Looked like 50 Cent throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah, it was awful.
But yes, it did win you money, so that was a good thing.
I said, I saw a stat. In the last 550 NFL games, only 4 times has a team come back from 13 or more in the final 4 minutes. And it's happened twice in the past week. Tom Brady and now your boy Baker.
Yeah. And the funniest thing is they said it's the first time, Rackets, in 45 years. It's the longest game-winning drive under 2 minutes in 45 years. So he literally went 98 yards in under 2 minutes. I got some talking points on this game that I want to talk about.
Without a timeout, too. They didn't even have a timeout.
Well, they never have a timeout because Sean McVay's a fucking idiot and never has any goddamn timeouts.
Maybe it's better that he didn't know any of the playbook and he just winged it.
I mean, I said these athletes are way better. Oh, I almost scored. These athletes are way better when they don't know, when they can just react and don't think. That's why you always see these backups. We've seen it a million times. You see the backup quarterback come in the middle of the game and just deal, and then the next week he gets slaughtered. Because they're not thinking, they're just in there reacting on emotion and they don't have time to get in their own head. Rackets game went under yesterday as we expected. The opposite double result happened.
Complete opposite double result. We talked about it on Rupp and Rackets. That was the one that was completely out of whack, dude. It was like plus 1,100 or plus 1,200 for that one. They're never ever that fucking high on the opposites. They're always between the two teams to win. It doesn't matter which side you take. It's always between 650 and 750. That one was 1,100 or 1,200. Like, it was just completely mispriced.
Yeah, and so a couple things. I am the captain of the Sean McVay hating bandwagon. I know it seems easy now to hate Sean McVay, but there was only one of us in the entire world, not on Twitter, not in sports, in the entire world, who was going out and just skull fucking and thrashing Sean McVay when he was in his first and second year as a coach and winning like crazy and running creative offenses, where I said this guy is the single worst clock manager I've ever seen, and his in-game decisions are horrific, and the league is going to catch up to him, and he's ass. So I've hated him for a long time. First of all, how the fuck do the Rams not the Raiders? The Raiders were in a situation there at the end of that game, Rackets. Remember we were watching, there was 2 minutes left, and the Raiders had a 4th and 1, right? They just got
4th and 1 at the 49, and I said in the chat, I'm like, thank you for punting from the 49. The unders thank you, or the under thanks you.
And even the punting, there was 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. Why not go up and fake hut and try and draw the defense off sides? You have nothing to lose.
Line. Yep, exactly.
If they go off sides, you win the game. If they don't, you fucking punt. Like, these coaches are retarded. They don't. John McVay had one timeout left at the end of each half. One timeout for defense and one timeout in the first half. I mean, I don't know what the fuck these people, like, Bill, how does fucking Wofford come out, fucking hand the ball off 3 times and never see the field again? Like, that's shady.
They said he was hurt and they wanted to try him out to see if he could go. And when he came back to the huddle, he said he couldn't go.
So a handoff in a regular season game is different than a handoff in practice?
Yes.
He didn't know he could go for the 3 hours leading up?
No.
He didn't throw the ball. He didn't get hit.
He
just handed the ball off 3 times.
He didn't know.
I mean, dude, and then at the end of the game, I thought that was kind of insane. I mean, thank you, Jacobs, for staying in to get over 80 yards. But, I mean, we did say he was going to get hurt. Like I said, Jacobs has to get hurt, or Devontae Adams something has to happen. There's no way both their props are going to hit, and they didn't. Jacobs ends at 99, coincidentally. But that was pretty risky, I thought, by the Raiders, keeping the ball in the hands of a guy with a broken pinky to close the game out in the final 3 or 4 carries.
Throwing it to him?
I mean,
the first play he came back in after being out
he's
for
stiff
however long. He's throwing,
Why are you throwing the ball to the guy? But anyway, so McVay gets bailed out again. Bunch of horrible coaching decisions. The offsides on the punt was the big thing. Why were the fucking Rams punting down with 9 minutes left, down 16-3? Why are you punting in that situation from the 35? Like, what did you think was going to happen? You scored 3 points all game. You have to score now. But McVay gets bailed out again. That's what happened to him the year they won the Super Bowl. He just got bailed out every game. People didn't realize he sucked. But overall, Raiders are done. And Bill, is Baker for real? You think he's going to have a resurgence?
Yes.
No. Bill loves
fucking trash, bro.
No. Yesterday, Bill.
He's trash.
So?
There's a cycle. Baker Mayfield has a cycle.
Yes, okay. Very specifically.
He plays great. Okay, that's good. Then he plays like shit. Then he blames it on other people. Underdog mentality, plays great, and it's just repeats.
Yes.
So he'll have this game, and then for the rest of the season, he'll be dog shit.
I actually think he'll be good for a couple games because he's got to get that momentum up to make people really start believing. I don't think anyone believes he's good again yet. I think he usually gets on that rise where he starts to turn and then he spirals. What? Someone score?
Messi, wide open, shoots a field goal.
Oh, my God. These guys. Low and hard. I mean, what the fuck was that? Low and hard, people. Low and hard is the way you score in soccer. Our whole chat is realizing it. Stop kicking the ball over the net. You can never get a rebound if you go over the net. Low and hard. Anything else on last night's game, Rackets?
Not really.
Josh Jacobs with 99 rushing yards.
99, yes. And got hurt, which we knew was going to happen. And Devontae Adams had how many yards in the second half did he have, Bill?
0.
0 yards. 0 yards.
He didn't have a target, I don't think.
Yeah, I had a big parlay. Josh Jacobs touchdown. 2-2. How about my 2-2 call? 2-2 train, baby.
No, you did have 2 targets, right? Because remember, he had the one at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah. He had one right at the end.
And he had that one like when they were crossing, he was crossing and he threw it low at his feet.
Yeah, how do you have 0 yards? How do you not get him a yard? Like, he's at 71. I had a parlay with him needing 80, and he fucking gets 0 yards. Like, it's fucking insane. But 2-2 Atwell, baby. Not only did he fucking hit the 23.5, which I said was a joke, we max bet that, but we at 4deepbets.com also alted him up to 40 plus, almost double his number, and he beat that. We did that with Josh Jacobs' touchdown too. So 2-2 Atwell, 9 targets yesterday, 5 for 50, 9 targets, leading targets on the team. So easy one there. I think that's the way we got to go, guys. I've been telling you, the Christian Watsons, the Shaheeds, the 2-2 Atwells. That's the way to play these primetime games. Stop chasing the Adams and Jacobs because fucking Jacobs got hurt. We got lucky he came back to get over the 80 yards, or he would have ended at 75 and missed his prop. Play with a fucking broken pinky to fucking hit that number. And Devontae Adams gets to 71.5 and doesn't show up. So these small, little, easy catch-it-in-one-catch guys are the guys you got to be focusing on for these primetime games. Anything else, guys, before we switch to the headlines with Evan?
Nope.
All right, Evan, hit it.
Tommy, your love child is now the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, Desmond Ridder.
I know, man. We got to talk about this next week because they have a bye this week. So we'll table that because I got a lot to say on my boy. But, yeah, mark that on the notes there. But Desmond Ridder should have been in there 5 weeks ago. And I'm just I love you, Desmond. I love you more than anybody in the world. I promise. There's no one who loves you more, but I really love a high ankle sprain when you come in for reasons I'll tell you next week. I got to buy all your cards. I'm trying to stock up on every Desmond Ridder rookie card I can. And I need it to get to the end when the rookie cards get released at the end of the year. I don't need your value going up. So just a turn. Just turn the ankle. Just take a few weeks off. We don't need you till next year. What else we got?
T.O. wants to return to the NFL and play for the 49ers.
T.O. has wanted to return to the NFL for the last 7 years.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on.
Always. I mean, he's still a Brit shithouse.
He is.
Did you see the video of him fucking dropping that dude?
Yeah.
He got in a fight like a week or two ago.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
Fucking dropped him. Let's go, T.O.
I love T.O. But listen, he can play in this league. No one can fucking catch. Should we add? I know it's not sports news, but Bill Rupp's boy is in some trouble in the news right now.
Elton John.
Elton John's in some trouble in the news right now. So let me read you this. It's a breaking story. I know it's not sports, but we're not really a fucking sports show. So Elton John loses 4-month battle to stop you from discovering he has settled his sexual harassment case with a British male worker. I mean, who would have thought that Elton John, 70-year-old creepy billionaire white guy, is a creep? That seems very shocking. Very shocking that a gay 70-year-old man is a creepy weirdo. Let me read this to you, Bill. Elton John, who you've been to a party with, Bill. Correct.
I have.
Huh?
Did anything go on that would you like to tell anyone about?
I mean, I wish I was the guy in this story.
All right. So Bill wishes he was the guy that I'm about to tell you about, Evan. It comes months after a sexual harassment case was launched against him in the U.S. former bodyguard Jeffrey Weniger. The star is accused of putting his hands down the trousers of Mr. Weniger while the pair were in a car together in 2014. Oh, no, it gets way better, Evan.
Not the trousers.
Oh, the next sentence is phenomenal. It also alleges that Sir Elton John tried to place his fingers between Mr. Weniger's buttocks and told the former security guard to get your Todger out and say hello to Uncle Elton.
Get your who out?
Get your Todger. Get your Todger out and say hello to Uncle Elton.
See you, Todger.
Get your Todger out and say hello to Uncle Elton.
Todger.
Imagine Elton John's about to rape you and he tells you say hello to Uncle Elton. I mean, I almost respect it. That's amazing. And he's raping a security guard, so at least he's raping like a big guy, not a little kid for once. I mean, listen, if Elton John tells you, Bill, get your Todger out and put my finger in your butthole and say hello to Uncle Elton, what are you going to say?
I told you, as long as he gives me money and he sings Candle in the Wind to me, I am good to go, baby.
You think you may fart when he puts it in there? Could you be blowing wind as he sings Candle in the Wind?
Listen, I'll have my Todger out, though. Elton's the man.
He's serious, dude.
Love Elton.
Did Elton rape you last time you saw him?
He did not.
Did you want to tell anyone why you saw Elton John?
Someone invited me to a party in New York City. So you want to go to a party? I'm like, yeah, why not? Got to dress up. I was like, all right, go there, doormen, everybody's patting us down, take our fucking, those are the time we had like flip phones. Took our phones, locked it in a box. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I was going to get like raped or something.
I mean, yeah,
upstairs,
probably
it's just like a lot of like famous people all in suits. And then they're like, all right, everybody take your seats, sit down. Elton John walks out and starts playing the piano. I was like, oh, it's the fucking greatest day of my life. I love Elton.
Fucking greatest day of my life.
I was singing.
Dude, how much would you might have paid to get raped by Elton John?
Oh my God.
I mean,
I don't doubt it. I honestly don't. If Elton's standing in front of him, Bill would definitely let him fuck him. 100%. I do not think that wouldn't have happened by any means. But all right, what else we got, Evan, outside of fucking Bill getting finger popped by Elton John?
If we get demonetized or taken off of YouTube, and our
Blame Elton John.
is at Stay Cashin.
Blame Elton John.
Blame Bill the Todger Rupp.
Yeah, maybe Bill closed his butt cheeks. We wouldn't have had that conversation.
I have nothing else for news.
Then I think it's time to bring in Howie Dewey then. How we doing? Let's bring him in. Let's see what we got going on. With the
no one can get a shot on goal. No
We'll
one.
be in a little bit. What's up?
No one can get a shot on goal.
As you say that, there was no shot on goal.
Yeah, no one. No one can get a shot on goal.
They got to whip their Todgers out and get to work here, Bill. They got to say hello to fucking Uncle Goals. So while we wait for Howie will be connected in a minute. Let's skip forward and do NHL real quick. Bang this out of the way. I do have a few plays for the NHL. Yesterday, I told you guys the Panthers were going to romp. Gave you guys Panthers over 3.5 and the Panthers money line. I had a troll on Twitter, Bill, who said, I wasn't even touting anything. I didn't even go and brag to anyone about a Stay Cashin bet or anything like that. And the Tutu Atwell was the one I told everyone to put all the money on. And he goes, thanks for the Raiders parlay with the Panthers. First of all, you're blocked. And second of all, no one's ever thanked me for a winning bet on Stay Cashin. And I was like, we bet the Rams plus 800 in our chat, and we're rooting for the Rams at the end of the game. Like, if you were subscribed, you would have hit the Rams plus 800 as we did on the hedge and made more money on the Rams than you did on the fucking original game. So,
and hit every under on the way.
And hit every under, and hit Tutu Atwell, and hit a plus 400 on Jacobs and Tutu Alt, and hit Jacobs plus 460 to score the first touchdown. Like, these people are like, what do you think this is? You think we stop at 2:30, 3 o'clock? Like, this isn't even the real shit. The real shit's on the site.
Yeah, I had
Devon.
I had Jacobs or Adams score the first touchdown plus 190.
Yeah, we both had it. So actually, you know what? We could hold off on hockey. We got the fucking Do-Man here with us. What up, Howie Dewey?
That's why I stay away from the NFL, because last night I was trying to reach through the fucking TV and strangle Derek Carr.
Oh, he's the worst, right?
All I needed was 200 yards. Passing, that's it.
He didn't want to throw the ball to Devontae Adams.
He's the worst.
I mean, dude, all I needed was 9 yards out of Devontae Adams for a plus 700. What, did the coach just get fucking teed up here? What's going on?
NFL. I'll tell you what, though, baby. Guess who had Croatia plus 800?
Howie Dewey?
Croatia, baby.
Let's go.
I had a feeling they would win today.
Who are you like in the Argentina game right now? Netherlands. You don't need to know a single thing.
I like the fucking Dutch.
Yeah, let's go. I like them too.
The Dutch.
I got the Nederlanders. I got Netherlands and 2 guys to score a goal.
Yeah, man, I got the Dutch, but I had Croatia. I didn't put much on it, but it was plus 800. How can you not?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I had the penalty kicks, then the winning penalty kicks plus 1,000. So I was happy as fuck. I like betting penalty kicks, Howie. All these games, all these players suck. Just bet fucking both teams to win penalty kicks plus 1,000.
Yeah, you just got a guy that was a good kickball player in 6th grade, and shit, he'll kick 2 or 3 in.
Yeah, these guys fucking suck. So, all right, college basketball today. We don't have a great slate again today, do we?
We don't, but we have a couple interesting things. One is my favorite. Whenever Vanderbilt plays at home, I don't know what the percentage is of them covering.
That stadium's weird. That's why.
It's the hardest place in the country.
The bench is weird. The stadium's weird. Yeah.
I worked there for a week one time. I worked at fucking Van Bradecroft was a coach. I worked at a basketball camp there. And it's in Nashville. And I'm telling you right now, you walk into that gym and it's like some medieval shit, man.
Weird.
You think you're going in to watch tigers fight kids.
It looks like a Roman Coliseum type
I'm telling you. There's big concrete blocks. The floor, you got to take a ladder to get to the fucking floor. And if you fall off the court, you got a chance of dying. It's like 8 feet in the air. Some weird fucking shit. You would think, it's Tennessee though. They won't change it for another 50 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
no, that'll
unlike
be like that
Vandy
forever.
tonight, they're playing Grambling. Grambling has nothing. Vandy's not
Hey,
that
we
great.
got a shot on goal. Sorry, Howie. Go ahead.
They'll win by 30. They'll win
Okay.
by 30 tonight.
All right, so you like Vandy minus 13.5?
Yeah, love
All
it.
right, Evan
Love
Vandy
it.
minus 13.5. What else are we looking at? I kind of like, we can't really bet it here. Ken on some credit lines. I like Fairleigh Dickinson to take out Columbia today.
Fairly ridiculous. I looked at that game, man. Columbia could have one of the top 5 worst programs in Division
They
One.
don't look good.
They're that bad.
Yeah.
Fairleigh Dickinson isn't that great, but they always get like some New Jersey degenerate who just got out of the Army, who comes in and like averages 23 a game for him. I could see him winning that game.
Okay, yeah, and it's a good spread to tease too, because those nice tight spreads, those 1-2 point spreads seem to always end up by the number. So
Yeah.
I may have Fairleigh Dickinson in a teaser instead of even betting a straight. But Evan, you can put Fairleigh Dickinson plus 1.5. I'll give the teaser to the subs.
Other game you gotta look at. We're talking about gyms. We're talking about hard gyms to play in, like Vanderbilt. The other, probably second hardest place to play in the United States is Fordham's 1,835 gymnasium. It looks like a bad high school gymnasium. But Fordham plays Binghamton. Fordham has a new coach. This guy's he's a hell of a coach. And if you look at their first 7-8 games this year, everybody tough. They're solid.
Who was it?
Argentina.
It wasn't Messi, was it?
No.
Oh, they scored?
Did. Yeah.
Who was it? You don't know, Bill?
I don't know who it was, but it wasn't Messi.
You know it wasn't Messi. Okay.
It was
All right,
Pablo
all right.
Gonzalez.
Yeah, it was fucking Rodriguez.
Chichi Rai Martinez. Fucking,
So,
but
look-
I like Fordham. I like Fordham laying the 12.5. They lay them down on Binghamton. Binghamton's not worth a shit. Jesus Christ, they were in my conference. They were in the Suniac when I played at Cortland. But Fordham's got a new coach. They have some good, solid players. They play everybody good. I like Vandy. I like Fordham. This is the first night. I like all the favorites. Gonzaga's playing Washington. Minus
Messi
17
assist.
at home. The Zags aren't that great. They're not as good as they were perceived to be preseason, but Washington's got injuries, man. They got one of their best guards hurt. Got a
banged
lot of injuries. They're going in there. They're going to get throttled.
Yeah, they're pretty banged up. There's 2 games I'm looking at. Explain to me Central Connecticut. This line has been fucking with me all day. They're 0-9, Dartmouth 4-6, going into Central Connecticut, and we got a 1-point spread here, and it looks like 95% of the money is on Central Connecticut right now. So
Yeah,
I wanted to see the money on the other side, and then I was going to bang Central Connecticut. I don't like that all the money's on the Central Connecticut side. It looked weird that all the money's on the team that's 0-9.
Well, I mean, you throw out Yale. I mean, Yale's got like 4 major injuries right now, but you throw out Yale and Princeton, and the Ivy League is down this year. Well, you know why I say that? Cornell played tough the other night. He scored 100 points against somebody decent, but I think probably what it is Central Connecticut. They again got one of those shitty little gyms like Sacred Heart or Fairfield. And it's tough going in. Friday nights are weird.
Yeah.
Friday nights are weird. That's Ivy League night.
Yep.
So, Central Connecticut, they do have a good score. They'll probably win that game by 10.
Yeah, I like Central Connecticut. I'm just wanted to co-sign there by you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all right. To put me in there, Central Connecticut, I think the line on that is +2. It's sitting out in a couple books. So Central Connecticut +2. I have small leans that I got to dig into a little bit more to see if they're going to become official plays on McNeese State and Arkansas State. You got any leans on those two?
I looked at that game, and McNeese is having it's just kind of a weird year.
They're bad.
Yeah, they look
just
good
lost
one
by
night,
40
look
to
horrible the
Tennessee.
next.
Yeah.
Arkansas State has had some great years in the past.
Yeah. So I got McNeese. This line just seems weird because you got McNeese State getting 16 against Northern Iowa, and then you got Arkansas State getting 6 against Air Force. So I don't know. 16 seems like a lot for Northern Iowa.
It is. But you got to look at these. This is college hoops. The lines tell you everything. You looked at last night. University of Massachusetts Lowell, which used to be a D2
Did you watch that
school,
game?
They go to UMass. I think UMass was laying 1.5. The
Yeah.
line should have been 7 or 8. So
Yeah.
right off the bat, that tells you there's a problem here.
Did you see Lowell? They shot like 65% from three, hit every big three. I mean, that team was locked the fuck in.
And I mean, Frank Martin's a good coach. He's turning UMass around, and that line smelled bad. It was just, I hated that game. I looked at it, and I'm like, you know what? But Lowell's going to come in and win, and they did.
Yeah, what a performance. I mean, that was impressive.
Yeah, they have good players. Lowell's not bad.
Have you looked at anything for tomorrow yet?
Yeah, I have. Tomorrow, I like a couple things. I like Arizona going into Indiana and beating them. It's a pick 'em. Arizona's just got good players, man. They got a couple, like fucking Paul Sargazukis from Serbia.
Yeah.
Fucking, Pedro Chachacek. They got like 2 or 3 of those fucking guys.
Yeah.
Those guys all play D. They're dirty as fuck. Those guys fight through a pick, and next thing you know, you got a thumb up your ass. That's the way those guys play.
Elton John.
Yeah, they'll play. You lose a tooth playing against some of those guys. Those fucking Croatian, Serb, Albanian,
Eastern Europeans.
Yeah, they're animals. And Arizona's got 3 of them, and they all shoot the shit out of it. They go into Indiana. That's what's his name? Mike. Is it Mike Glenn? He used to play for the Knicks. He's turned that program around. But I think Zona goes in and beats him tomorrow. I like Arizona.
All right. I haven't dug too deep in tomorrow's games. I know there was one thing I was looking at here. I'm just trying to.
You got Penn State. You got Penn State going to Illinois. Illinois coming off the huge win against Texas. Penn State. I watched him the other night lose to Michigan State at home, and fucking Jalen Pickett did everything he could.
Yeah,
win that game. He had a triple double. He's hitting guys. Look, I think they had 8 3-pointers that went down and out.
And rolled out.
Yeah, so, you got Penn State going to Illinois. They're getting 8.5. I love them.
Yeah, I don't hate
Like
that.
the dog there.
I like Houston to cover tomorrow versus Alabama.
Maybe my favorite game.
I mean, listen, Houston is my favorite team to win it all. I said it before the season. They're built to win it all. And this is just a bad matchup for Bama. I know a lot of people are going to see Alabama, with the 8 next to their name, 7-1, good team going against 9-0. Alabama's a little too helter-skelter for a defense like Houston. You let Houston fucking turn you over and fucking they're not going to be able to cause chaos against Houston like they do against most teams. So I think Houston wins this game by 20. I
think so. Houston's older. I mean, they play defense. They got tough guys. They beat the shit out of people. I really like that. I really like that fucking that matchup. I like the game.
Okay.
It might have been Alabama who played Cornell the other night, and the score was like 110 to 105.
Alabama played UNC, I know, and it was like fucking crazy.
That was it. Yeah,
they played. I think it was UNC. They played. It was like 105, 103. But all right, Dewey. Anything else here that you got to take on the Army Navy game? I mean, I got to ask about Army Navy, fucking armed forces.
I think it'll be, again, a low-scoring game. They both run the triple option. Army's won like the last 7. I love Army. I mean, they got a head coach, bang my ex-wife, good guy, upstanding guy.
The head coach bangs your ex-wife.
Yeah, he was going balls deep before I ever met her. So I gotta go.
That's some truly inside information.
Yeah, I gotta go. I should call her tonight and say, give him a call, see how.
Yeah, get him rattled or something, or get him jacked up.
Yep. You were slobbing the pole at that before I met you, so let's do that.
All right.
Get some info. Yeah. I like Army tomorrow, man. The cadets.
I don't hate it. I don't have a lean. I'm just going to tell you, you love the armed forces, so I'm going to ride with you on Army.
Netherlands team sucks.
That score is going to be 17-14.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to go under. Yeah.
Speaking of that, the last 16 years that game has gone under.
I bet the under every year.
Is it 16 years?
Yeah.
Since 2006.
We were there last year, Tommy.
Yeah.
Whenever they play, they run the triple. I mean, and Army runs it like 3 seconds faster.
Yeah.
And Navy, Monken and Navy's coach, they go back, man. They both coached together when I was at Georgia Southern. Then they both, I think, went to Georgia Tech. Went to Navy, then Georgia Tech, and now this guy's the head coach of Navy. They're good coaches, man.
I forgot we were there last year, Bill.
It's going to be a great game. When do they play over in
Saturday?
Jersey?
Saturday, 3 p.m. We played it. Yeah, last year we had a suite there. Me and Bill were at the Army Navy.
Shit,
I think
that game
FanDuel
was
had a
last
suite. Sent us there. Yeah. I'm probably going to end up teasing that. I'm going to probably try and get Army up to like 10, 10.5, and under 40. 32.5 is just tough. I mean, that's a tough number to fucking get under.
Halftime score is going to be 6-3.
Yeah, I mean, it probably will, though. It probably will. All right, Dewey. We will talk to you next week when we get college football getting ready to rock for December 16th when all the bowl games start. So we got a small little hiatus here, and then it gets popping next Friday. So we'll talk next week, do a little whole bowl preview, me and you maybe.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. We got tons of games, man.
This is the best. The best. We start conference play for college basketball getting in gear. We got fucking college bowl season this next month is going to be fun. So enjoyed a little hiatus here with some shittiness. And let's get ready to rock next week.
Good game Sunday, though. Look at Sunday. You got all those tournaments in Barclays. I'll probably be over at Barclays in Brooklyn. There's like 5 games.
Oh, I love Howie Dewey's live FaceTimes from Barclays when he's shit-faced.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Before I get arrested.
All right, brother. Talk to you later.
All right, peace.
Later, Dewey. All right. We said we'd give some NHL and NBA. Let's get to that real quick. As we said last night, the NHL smashed with the Panthers over 3.5 and the Panthers money line. I got a couple plays today. First one here, Calgary Flames money line, Bruins money line. Love the way the money's moving on both these games, both big favorites. So we're going to parlay them together. If you wanted to do it individually, you can take their individual goals. I'm just going to parlay them together and take it there. Evan, I know you're a Bruins fan. You're probably on board with that.
Oh, yeah, they're rolling right now.
Yeah, Bruins look good. Another one I like here, I like the Oilers minus 129 in this spot versus the Wild. I like the Penguins minus 140. And you could do some team totals on these too, but I like the Penguins minus 140 versus Rackets' Buffalo Sabres. And I like the Strangers on the road laying 145 against the Colorado Avalanche. Usually don't go against them, but I'm going Rangers minus 145. Actually, no, 140 on the Rangers. Rangers minus 140, Penguins minus 140, Oilers minus 129, and Flames Bruins parlay minus 132. I believe that pays.
This game sucks.
Bill is very angry right now. He needs a shot on goal immediately.
He's fucking blow, bro.
I keep watching Bill go.
Yeah, Bill's very bad. Very bad. We need a shot on goal ASAP. Bill, you like anything in hockey? Did you catch that on camera, Evan?
No. I didn't get it.
Bill just fucking threw something across the room. Well, you got a free kick here, Bill.
They've had 4 of them.
All right, well, it takes one.
They don't kick it on net, though. They kick it in the middle, and hopefully someone's going to fly in with a header. Watch.
That's on goal.
I don't know.
The goalie caught it. What do you mean?
Doesn't matter. They don't care.
What do you mean? He kicked the ball and the goalie caught it.
Let's check.
How's that not a shot on goal? Of course that's a shot on goal.
Let's check. Got to go to the videotape.
Oh, it's a kick directly at the
Shut
goal.
up.
If it goes in, it counts. What do you mean?
Like the video.
We're waiting on Bill now. We're just
Updating. Update.
We're waiting for you. We're not going to go until you fucking tell us.
I'm doing a Rupp 45 all chalk hockey bet.
Okay.
Devils, Bruins, Knights plus 165. All chalk.
Devils, Bruins, Knights. All right. Bill, did you get your shot?
No, I told you.
What do you mean no?
Wasn't a shot.
How do you know? Of course it's a shot. Cubba, answer the fucking question, Cubba. Of course it's a shot.
It's not. It's not a shot.
It's a free kick that went to the goalie.
It wasn't even a shot.
What do you mean it's of course it's a shot on goal?
It wasn't a shot or on goal.
If it goes in, is it a goal? Then it's a shot.
Doesn't count.
Well, you got 5 minutes of extra time. That was fucking
What a
retarded.
joke, bro.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's the absolute stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's like when they tell you a shot on goal on hockey when it hits the post. It's not a shot on goal. Of course it's a shot on goal. It's literally the goal. If it hits the post and goes in, does it count? Yeah, then it's a shot on goal. Fucking idiot. Meanwhile, if you're in front of the net right here and the goalie saves something out here that is nowhere near the goal because the goal's here, that's a shot on goal because the goalie caught it. These fucking sports are retarded with shots on goal. All right, so that was it for hockey for you?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for the NBA? Anything?
I'm waiting on player props. Nothing's come out yet. A lot of my the guys I take aren't there. Yesterday, yesterday we had Joe Green. He didn't even get a turnover yesterday, which was amazing.
That's got to be a shot on goal.
No,
What do you mean he just headed it into the goalie's arms?
not.
Bill,
I'm telling you.
how? What do you mean, no, it's not? He just headed the ball into the goalie's arms.
I think I could be wrong. I think if the goalie is outside the box,
He wasn't.
no, he was both times. That it's not a shot on. It's not a shot or a shot on goal.
I don't even know what I'm watching.
I don't either. If I knew that, I would have never bet this.
What do you mean that's not a shot? It literally just headed it to the net and the goalie caught it. Does anyone in the chat know? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so no NBA for you here, Bill? Not yet?
Yeah, no, nothing. Let me just check one more. It might be up now. No, it's not. Nope, nothing yet.
I hate what they're doing with this NBA where they're making you wait
crazy.
until it's fucking nuts. Fuck this sport. I fucking hate that sport. All right, let's move it over to NFL Week 14. Rackets, what are we looking at for Week 14 in the association? Or actually, that would be the NBA, the league.
You'll actually be kind of happy this week, Tommy G. I am on the New York Football Jets plus 10.
How you
Against the
doing?
Bills.
How you doing? How you doing?
I like them. I like the Jets a lot this week.
How you doing?
Jets at home, 10 points. The Bills' offense hasn't looked right in the last month and a half. I don't see it getting right against probably the second best defense in the league. So give me the 10 points on a game that probably stays under the total as well. Bills have been hitting. I think they've been on the under pretty much. I think it's 3-1 in the last month. So Bills aren't scoring as much as they have. Jets defense is really good. Give me the 10 points and about 25% of the total.
All right. Bill, what are we looking at in the NFL to start?
The Lions game.
Let's just run through the games real quick. Let's just run through them real quick. We got time. We're not running behind it. And we got Mike coming on to do a big UFC card that we got him. Patty the Batty fighting on this card. Start off the first game here, Rackets. Me and you were talking about this and we were running through the spreads. Lions are -1.5 against the Vikings. I mean,
that hasn't moved all week.
If that's not, we said last night, guys, told you last night that 6.5 was a trap. There was no way Vegas was covering that 6.5.
I said it on the show, and then I posted a tweet from Jimmy Vaccaro. As soon as it went to 7, he fucking smashed it, and I just put it in the chat. I was like, as soon as it got to 7, every sharp and their fucking mother was on hitting the 7 to bring it right back down to 6.5.
This line, if you asked anyone what the line would be, this should be Vikings -5, 4. I don't care how hot Detroit is. And it's Detroit favored. The only thing that's weird on this is there's a lot of money on Detroit. I wanted to see it the other way around. So I really wanted to see a lot of money on the Vikings, which would make it a true trap. But, I mean, listen, I don't see how the Vikings don't beat the Lions in this one. But, I mean, I think you got to bet the Lions.
I think you have to bet the Lions. I probably don't get there, but I like this game to actually go over the total. This is one of the few games this week I think goes over. Lions at home have been scoring a lot of points. Vikings, obviously, they played their home games on turf too. So you got two fast teams. Neither defense is great. Vikings defense is a little bit better, but I still expect the Lions to be able to score. I like the game going over. I think it totals mid-40s, I believe, on that one. I think it goes over.
This is going to be a prop bonanza for me. You guys know it for the subs. I like to do my 100 and a touchdown props for, mix them up, match them up. Jefferson and Amon-Ra are two guys that always make that list. So I'm going to be definitely on that side. Bill, you have any lean on this Detroit, Minnesota?
I'm leaning Detroit.
Yeah, just with that line. All right, Bills, Buffalo, Rackets. You said you like the Bills there. I like
the Jets.
I mean, you like the Jets there.
Jets plus 10. I think the Bills do win the game, but I would not be surprised if the Jets squeak it out like they did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, give me Garrett Wilson over 62.5 there. Hey, that's fucking retarded. I don't know how the fuck they're still making this guy's number in the 60s. You need to be betting Garrett Wilson 100 plus too, which is plus, 390. So you can put both those in there. Hey, he's too good. What do you like in this game, Em?
What do I like?
Yeah, you Jets, Bills.
I think I'm gonna take Zonovan Knight. So Matt Milano may not be playing. He didn't practice yesterday. Not sure about his status on today, but Zonovan Knight has been incredible.
He looks good.
He's been incredible. Like our running back room is
we have a fucking running back room.
ridiculous.
We didn't even need James Robinson.
Seriously, but take whatever he is. I don't know what the line is, but I think I'm going to take the over on that. Put that in the same game parlay or whatever.
Right.
Because the Bills.
Yeah, they don't have any
defense-
lines out yet. I think because there's still some Q tags floating around there right now.
And the Bills' defense, the last time we played them, we gashed them on the run. So
Yeah.
I think that's a good bet. I'll put that in there.
All right.
Whatever
Bill,
it
any
is.
lean?
No.
All right. Ravens Steelers, anyone?
No.
All right. I mean, I'd love to go George Pickens. Probably will end up going George Pickens, kind of squeaky wheel after what he did last week. Eagles Giants, who wins it? Strong
Eagles, but not by much. It's close. It's a closer game than people think. Division game probably stays under.
takes. I'm not touching this game.
I'm not touching it either.
Yeah, I don't touch divisional dogs. I mean, if anything, I would take the Giants. I just don't trust them right now. My
There's a lot of
Cincinnati
division-
Bengals. What's that?
A lot of division games this weekend.
Yeah. My Cincinnati Bengals, Tommy G's adopted team, will be in
Browns
all my
money
money.
line all the way.
You are
Can't-
wrong. You will
They
lose.
can't. The Bengals can't beat the Browns ever.
You are wrong. You will lose.
I am with Bill. I am on the
You are
Browns
wrong,
money
you will
line
lose.
this week, plus 190.
You will both
Love
lose.
the Browns this week.
You will both lose. You are both wrong. Cincinnati Bengals are the best team in football. Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in football, and they are undervalued every single week. Let's go Bengals. I got the Bengals that will be in a parlay here, Evan. If you would like to throw this in, Bengals money line, and we're gonna parlay that with the what the fuck was the one I just had it written down here? Oh, the 49ers money line. Bengals money line, 49ers money line plus 125. Let me get that. Let's move on to the next one. I like the Burrow over touchdowns too. It's minus 200, so you got to find something to parlay with. Titans Jags, anyone?
No.
Bill?
No, I'm not on that.
All right. Texans Cowboys, 17 and a hook is the line on this one.
I mean, that's just disgusting.
Give me
No
Houston.
chance.
Give me Houston, 17 and a half. Like,
I
I,
mean,
can't not.
I
I
would,
can't not.
I would take that 7.
You have to. You can't give a professional football team 2.5 touchdowns.
No.
Yeah. Give me 17 and a half. I'm probably going to tease it up to fucking 24 and a half or some shit like that.
I mean, the spread, the total's only 44.5. So
Yeah. I mean,
would they expect them not to score really
seems,
at all?
Seems ridiculous. Zeke touchdown though, for sure. I throw that in there. E minus 140. One of my favorite bets of the weekend. I've been betting it every week. It's been hitting every week. Definitely not going to back off it now that he's facing the worst rushing defense in the NFL. Denver KC. This one's going to be a little weird. Rackets. What are you seeing here?
This game's Denver might not score at all, but this game's going to stay under the total. Mahomes 2-1 on the under in the last 3 games against Denver, I believe, if I remember the stat correctly. And another division game, 75% to the under. Division. I like the Chiefs to win.
Denver
like the-
frustrates KC.
Yes, a lot. And 44 points seems a lot, especially for an offense that can't fucking score at all with the Broncos. I don't see Kansas City scoring 40 points. So give me the under on that game, and I like Kansas City.
I agree with you on this one. I think it's going to end up sloppy. I think this game ends up like 20-17 type, 20-14, some shitty kind of under. Gets under the total there for sure. Bill, any lean on this KC Denver?
I'm on Kansas City, but I don't.
You'll
Not
probably be money line parlaying it though, right?
something in a parlay. Yeah.
All right. Carolina, Seattle. I got to play here. I got Carolina in this one plus 3.5. Oddly enough, just because that line smells like shit.
Yes,
Carolina's
it does.
a terrible football team. Seattle's been the darlings of the NFL this year. That line stinks. I mean, why
Carolina's
is
a
that line?
little underrated considering they got rid of McCaffrey and have actually gotten better. I said a couple weeks ago, I like what they're doing there. They're not going to win the game, but they keep things a lot closer for comfort with these bigger spreads on them. They tend to cover. Like they're covering the game late into the fourth quarter all the time.
Tommy,
Yeah.
would you get Garrett Wilson at?
62.5.
It's 59.5. Hoffman said on MGM.
I will take that instead. Update that, Evan.
And Zonovan Knight over 30.5 is minus 115. That's on DraftKings.
I like that.
Oh,
too.
I forgot. What's Knight's receiving yards? I'm on that.
His rushing prop is 30 yards.
That's
30.5, yep.
I'm on his receiving again.
I'm gonna have a lot of same game action going
His
on. With
receiving is 13.5.
Love it.
yeah, I
All
like that
over
too.
it.
The Bills have been getting gashed on the ground. That doesn't really make a lot of sense at all.
Yeah, I like that. That's
All over that.
it's not even up on FanDuel.
It's not even up on FanDuel.
Yeah.
Where's that at? What's that?
DraftKings.
Yeah, I love that play.
Yeah, that's crazy. That'll go up to like 16.5 by kickoff. Yeah, I like the Panthers here. I like the Panthers to keep this close. The line just smells funny. The plus 3.5, give me the field goal, Evan. Plus 3.5, Panthers minus 105. I already have the Niners in a parlay, as I told you about. I don't think Brock Purdy's a big downgrade because I think Jimmy Garoppolo sucks. And I think you're seeing by Brock Purdy, who sucks, looking good last week. You put Debo and fucking Ayuk and Kittle and CMC around any fucking quarterback who's not a complete fucking retard, and they're going to look fine. This team's built around their defense. As long as Purdy doesn't turn it over, the Bucs are a bad football team. San Fran goes in there and takes care of business. Bill Rupp?
I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of San Francisco.
The thing that sucks for Jimmy G that no one's talking about is he was due to get $500,000 a game that he played for the rest of the year, plus like $100,000 a win, and now he's going to miss all this. He's probably cost himself $3 million for getting hurt.
I want Tampa to win for my bet, for my future, but so I'm already kind of vested in on it, so I'll stay away.
Rackets, anything?
I like the 49ers a lot this week. I like Jimmy G a lot, and honestly, I don't see Purdy as much of a downgrade. He
sucks.
See, I like Jimmy G. He's been making.
No, he's fine, but he sucks. He's just whatever. Like if you put Kirk Cousins on the Niners, he'd look great too. Like, yeah, I mean, the Niners just make you look good.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You know, like great running game, great line, fundamental playmakers all over the field. It's kind of like how Tua looks great in Miami, but if you put him in Jacksonville, he'd fucking be out of the league. You know?
Yeah, he only really needs to throw slants and some dump offs to McCaffrey. So I'm fine. I love the Niners. I mean,
they'll be fine. They'll win that game.
And I think both ends up with a sack or two.
Yeah, Miami at the Chargers late at night, Sunday night game. Bill, you're Tua boy.
I do love the Dolphins on this one.
All right. I think this should be points here. I mean, I can't imagine there's not. It's a primetime game. That's the only thing that would worry me. 53 total on this. I could see this game being a shootout. Both teams need the win. I mean, Chargers need the win. Miami would like the win. But Chargers need this win. Chargers lose this game, they're in some trouble. I don't have any plays on this yet. I'm going to have to dig in. I haven't dug into this game at all. We have the Roundtable show coming up tonight at 4 Deep Bets, where we're going to break down every single game from a betting and DFS perspective. One of the members of the Roundtable show is our very own Mike Constantino, who'll be joining us right now to go over UFC. But we'll be going over the Roundtable show tonight. Get signed up, 4deepbets.com. 9 p.m. myself, Jerry, Scarface, Healy, Rackets, Constantino, breaking everything down. This is the one game I haven't got to yet because it's the one game we don't need to research for the Roundtable show for DFS. So sign up, get over there. It's best show in the industry. And ladies and gentlemen, Michael Constantino has joined the show. What up, Mike?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. How are you, Michael?
I'm driving. I'm on the side of the road, pulled over to give you some winners here for the UFC tomorrow.
So you're going about the same speed you go when you're moving?
I came in, camera on, voice on. Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, you drive about the same speed as when you're parked. So anything real quick before we pivot off the NFL? Did you have an NFL player or anything you wanted to give out, or you want to save it for the show tonight?
I love the Dolphins. I think they're going to wax the Chargers. I know it's a Sunday night game, but I just think they're going to fucking wax them. Chargers.
I'm with you on that, Mike.
Yeah, they don't look good. They haven't looked good lately. I've been playing like Herbert and Keenan. They're just not doing it, and it's going to be hard for them to keep pace with the Dolphins. And the thing with that game is, we all know how good the Dolphins' pass game is. The running game is good too, but the Chargers suck at defending the run. So they're going to have the ability to play action, run, pass. And I just think it's going to be really hard for the Chargers to keep up with them. They will.
I'm actually with you.
Also, but I like the Chargers.
I'm with you on this. That's why I got to dig in more, because whenever my initial lean is a road favorite, I need to keep digging because I want to try and get off of it. I can't see a way that the Chargers. I think you're right. I think Miami comes out and really puts a hurting on the Chargers this week, especially coming off.
And the over there too, Tommy, because Chargers will score. Miami plays a high level of man. Mike Williams, who I think is playing this week, beats man. And also Eckler on the backfield, one-on-one in these situations. He tends to do very well. So I like the over as well. Just don't think they're going to keep pace with Miami. So I see one of those like 37, 32 games or 42-20, something like crazy.
I can see that. I'm probably going to be on the same side as you on this one. Huge UFC card this week, Mike. We got a lot of drama going on with Ariel and Patty to Batty. Patty Batty's fighting right now. This is like the Tommy G card of all Tommy G cards. We have like some of my favorite fighters on here. We got my boy Bryce Mitchell fighting on here. We got Patty the Batty fighting on here. So, I mean, I'm jacked up, dude. I think this is a fucking great card for UFC. I'm sure everyone else does. I'm sure you do too. But talk to me about the kind of high-level overview of this card. And then anything. We got our boy Chris Dawkins, I think, is fighting on this one. So
yeah, I mean, we got a lot of star power on it, things that we like, former champions, interim fight in the main event, Paddy to Batty, Jared Gordon, who we know, Dracus Duplessis, we love, one of his understudies who just won in Contender Series, Cameron Simon in the first fight, 2 undefeated 6-0 fighters to open up the card, striker versus grappler. Chris Curtis, Joaquin Buckley. I mean, good stuff on this card.
Well, you know what I hate, Mike?
Dawkins,
I hate that Blachowicz tight headlines so many good cards because I could really kind of care less about him or his fights.
Yeah, I agree. Actually,
I mean, it's like he's always on a card where the fights before him are better. But anyway,
yeah,
good.
I mean,
good
he was a champ,
Yeah.
So and now he's fighting for the belt again. But well, we'll start there then because we're on Ankalaev in the main event as a parlay leg. So much entertainment value on this card with 13 fights. I think, one got canceled today. So I think that makes it 12. So I'm going to give a 3-fight parlay. I don't normally do that, but I have 3 fighters who I like. And if I put them together, I get just under plus 200. So I got
Before you go, Bill, Ankalaev is a brick-headed guy named Magomed. So we're definitely on him.
Ankalaev is from Dagestan.
Yeah, we like the Dagestani guys named Magomed.
Yeah. So I one of my favorite betting angles, those of you that have been following me for a while, I have a bunch of different angles. One of them is I don't like to really bet on a fighter who's already been to the top and fall and is on his way back late in his career. And the other side is like this killer. I mean, Ankalaev is 17-1 in his one loss. He lost with 2 seconds left in the fight after dominating Paul Craig, who threw up a submission to give him his only goal. But he's 1 inch tall. Here than Blachowicz. He can strike. He's got power, precision. He can wrestle. I just don't see where Blachowicz is going to dominate him. I mean, Blachowicz has like 1-punch knockout power, but he's getting old in age. And Ankalaev is the deal, man. I've been saying for like the last 5 fights he's going to be a champion someday. And here's his opportunity. So you have a hungry fighter from Dagestan looking to win the title for the first time versus, like I said, somebody that fell off on the way back, fights sporadically late in their career. Ankalaev is 1-legged parlay. We'll go in reverse order since we started at the top. The next leg is our boy, man, Paddy the Batty. So
Paddy the Batty.
I've been on him since his debut. We've been riding him since he made his debut.
Where's your head at?
That he has the bull haircut and the Amish and because nobody knew who he was. And I'm like, guys, he's going to be a star. I'm going to dig that article out. I got to find what I wrote, but it was to that length. But he's fighting Jared Gordon, a fighter I'm very familiar with. He fought for us at Cage Fury, won the contract in front of Dana. We talked about that a zillion times. Don't need to beat it to death, but very solid wrestling, good high-volume striking, trains with a good camp. But Paddy is that next-level guy. And what people don't realize about Paddy the Batty is that he's actually a very good submission fighter. If you watch Cage Warriors early in his career,
that's all he did when he was younger.
A lot of submissions. Yeah, and most people know him as a knockout guy, but I do think that Gordon's going to look to wrestle, which will create a lot of opportunities for Paddy. Looking at the sub prop is not a bad stab at plus 235. However, we're going to get very vanilla on this parlay. 3 good fights that I like. We'll take Paddy just aside for here as the free bet. I'm going to put him out Ankalaev and a 3rd fighter to win it all, but I like Paddy there. He's got the size, the power. He's definitely my play.
All right. So that's the parlay, Paddy and Ankalaev, or is
Paddy
there one
and
other?
Ankalaev, but I'm going to give one more leg because I wanted to get that 2-1, take back, and we got it to 194 on DraftKings.
Give me my guy.
And it's Billy Q, man, Billy Quarantillo, fighting a fighter who I've been speaking about a lot, saying that I thought he's washed, which is Alexander Hernandez. I've been saying that for a while. He doesn't look good. He looks washed, and now he's dropping a weight class. Now he looked good, on the scale. But he just fought in this weight, a higher weight class in February. He was a quick cut. And Billy Q puts a volume of all volumes on people. To give an example, in his last fight versus Shane Burgos, he threw 160 punches. And even though he's lost the decision, I mean, that's the type of volume that he offers you. And he's only been finished one time in his entire career, which was by knockout. And Alexander Hernandez fights with a low-pace volume. He looks to land a power strike, but now he's down a weight class, and I think that Billy Q is going to put a volume on him and grind him out and either possibly finish him. And when you put the 3 of them together, I got back plus 194.
There you go. All right. I'm going to give a play out for my other boy. You got my Paddy the Batty, and who Mike turned me on to, by the way. Told me I needed to see his intro song back years ago and told me you got to watch this kid. You're going to love him. So I do give you credit for that, Mike. You put me on Paddy before anyone else even mentioned his name. But my other boy, who I've been fucking head over heels in love with from the beginning, he's my TCU of the UFC. I bet him every single fight. He's a dog every single fight, and he wins every single fight. My motherfucking dude from the fucking sticks, Bryce Mitchell, coming out at a plus 120. I don't know anything. I don't need to know anything about Taporia. I'm sure he's fantastic. They're both undefeated.
You should. You should know a little
I don't
bit.
need to know anything because they told me he was going to lose to Charles Rosa. They told me he was going to lose to Touchy Feely, and they told me he was going to get worked by Barbosa. And Bryce Mitchell just goes and fucking wins. Give me Bryce at the plus 120, baby. Let's go.
I like it. Listen, I love Bryce. It's just
nasty.
I mean, Taporia is really good. You know,
I'm sure he is. Yeah, this is no research.
You can do it all. But...
This is no research. This is just Tommy G riding Thug Nasty. That's it. That's all I'm doing here. So, Bryce, go get the win and then come on Stay Cashin for me from Arkansas over there. All right, anything else here, Mike, before we get you out of here?
Nope. We'll be back at the round table tonight and have some expanded football plays. And then for our subs, obviously, I'll have the full betting card. So get over to 4deepbets.com. Sign up.
All right, Mikey, get back on the road. Go drive 30 miles per hour to where you're going. I would tell you to be safe, but I worry about everyone else who's driving around you and not you.
Thank you. Stay caution, everyone.
Mike, Bill, the mics of the road are more dangerous than anyone else, right? For people who drive slow?
100%.
Yeah, so we got to be careful of everyone around Mike right now. Let's see how long it takes them to figure out how to log out. Evan, you got to know better by now. You got to just kick Mike when he's off. He'll be in here stuck for the whole time. All right, anything else we didn't cover, guys, that we missed that you want to go over?
Nope, not for me.
All good?
Can't
all right.
get him off.
Dude, you got to kick him out. You got to just kick.
I'm trying.
I mean, he's going to be stuck forever. You know, Mike. Evan, final words.
We're going to have a great weekend. That's that.
That's it. That's what Evan said. Evan said we're going to have a great weekend. Rackets, do you believe we're going to have a great weekend?
We are going to have a great weekend.
We're going to have a great weekend. Bill, what do you think about this weekend? No. Bill's so upset he's not getting fingered by Elton John.
We're not going to win a single bet.
Bill's so mad. He wants his butthole spread on Elton John's lap. Final words, Bill?
Let's go.
Take your Togger out. He's so mad about that shot on goal. I mean, you literally got 5 shots on goal in the first half. I don't know how they didn't count any of them, but you definitely.
If I knew that soccer was that stupid, those weren't shots, then I would have never bet that.
The dumbest sport.
I knew it looked too good to be true, and now I know why.
I mean, if it goes in, it's a goal. Therefore, it's a shot on goal. End of story. That's how it works. Fucking retarded. But all right, for Howie Dewey, Constantino, Joey Rackets, Bill Rupp, and Evan Hand, I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!